guys, it's Colton here. Just making a quick little update video, as I know it's been a while since I've posted. Haven't done a whole lot to the 4runner, but I've done a few things here and there, so I'd like to make a little update video and show you guys what I've done to it since. At first glance, the front end stays relatively unchanged compared to my first walk around video, but one thing I'm stoked to have my hands on a set are these OEM Hilux Surf corner lights. These are something I've always wanted since I figured out there was a Hilux Surf, and I just think they look so much cleaner than the USDM look, and also compared to what I had previously were Depot brand, which those look good, they're really good quality, but I just love how there's no reflector here compared to what the previous ones I had to offer. I know this bulb that I have in is pretty ugly. It gets the job done for now, but I'll find something that looks a little better. Another item I'm super happy to finally have my hands on is this brand new Toyota bug shield. I've been wanting to get an OEM one since I initially first got the 4runner, and I finally got around to grabbing one from my local dealership. I'm super happy to have it. As you can see, the fitment is pretty decent on this side, but if we walk around to the driver's side, it's a little angled up. I'm assuming the reason about this is because it's marked 2018, so I'm assuming it's been in storage since then. So I'm hoping over time they'll kind of get back to its original shape and not look as goofy. On the side of the vehicle, one thing I've changed that doesn't look so much different compared to what I had before, but I'm really glad I switched back to, were these OEM flares that I had. These are what originally came on the car, and I'm glad I switched back. I just felt like on a white vehicle, it's really easy to overdo the whole black and white look, and I'm glad I did these because they stick out the same, like from the side profile, but they don't go as high up on the fender compared to what the Bushwhackers I had. They go up to, like, I think they went around here, kind of like to replicate the Sport, but I just feel like on a white vehicle, it just kind of threw the look of it off, and I'm glad I switched back. Another thing that you might be able to spot from the side is that I actually lowered the rear end of my 4runner. Previously I had OEM 890s in the rear, and I had about a half an inch of rake, which I wasn't a big fan of, and finally now the OEM 906 is at sitting level. I do plan on lowering the whole 4runner by about a half an inch to an inch around there once I get my rear bumper and sliders. So I'll probably swap the front springs out from the 882s I have now to 881s. Or if I decide to ball out, I'll probably upgrade to the Bilstein 6112s, as my brother's first gen Tacoma is on those right now, and it rides pretty good. If we jump to the rear of the 4runner, one of my favorite things I've done to it since my last video is that I installed this Bertman Industries Hilux Surf replica spoiler. And if we take a closer look, the overall fitment and quality is pretty good for being an aftermarket fiberglass piece. I'm pretty glad with the overall quality. One thing though I would say is, if you do get the spoiler yourself, just 3M the sides of it and only drill the holes right here, as if you open it up here. I'll open it up for you. The right here gets really close to this, and I wasn't a big fan of you know, getting that close to the hood strut, or pardon, the hatch struts. One thing that you can see is missing from my initial walk around video is my Prinsu roof rack. I took it off because I didn't really think I utilized it all too much, and I really don't want to be like the whole quote-unquote overland Instagram scene is, where you just bolt as much random stuff as possible to your truck. And I really just want to go for more of an OEM clean look, you know, try keeping it as simple as possible. I may get another one in the future, time will tell, because it is kind of nice to just be able to store extra stuff on the roof of your vehicle, like shovels and Mack tracks once they get dirty, because sometimes putting that stuff in the back is kind of, it just makes a mess. So I've showed you guys the exterior of the vehicle. Now let's go on to the inside. It's basically stayed the same, besides one thing that might stick out to you guys. I installed this Mark IV Toyota Supra steering wheel. And this is probably my most favorite thing I've done to the 4runner yet. Not only does it look a whole lot better than the stock wheel, but also just feels so much better and more appropriate for the vehicle due to it being a slightly smaller diameter than the factory 2-spoke that I had on before. So overall, the 4runner hasn't changed all too much. My main focus has really been just keeping up on maintenance and just cleaning everything up. Another thing that I did, I forgot to point out, is I spent a few hours detailing the paint, making sure it was all shiny. It doesn't really show on camera that well due to this lighting, but in person, this thing is super glossy, and I'm super glad I put the hours in and tried making it look as good as I possibly could. So there's a little mini update on my 96 4runner. I just want to say thank you to everyone. My last video that I made did surprisingly well. I did not expect it to do that well. I've tried filming other videos in the past about this thing, but I just failed to make it seem watchable. Like, I tried making a video on that steering wheel, but it just didn't end up well, and I ended up just deleting the whole project altogether. So if there's something on this 4runner that you really think I should make a video about, just let me know in the comments. I'll try to make one. Yeah, so once again, just thank you everyone. Hope you're having a good day, and peace.